So the today's project is related to sales and marketing. So a very interesting things. First we will discuss, then we will start working on the project, because understanding the basic domain is also required whenever we try to solve a problem of related domain. Okay. So till the time they are giving me the access for the. So I hope you all have the idea of the sales also, na? So this project is very close to the general mistakes a sales marketing team make. They make most of the time cold calls. Cold call means without understanding the real potential of the buyer. So here we will pinpoint a particular target problem, then we will give some kind of solution. So it is a little bit different than the different kind of projects we have done, like as prediction, training and prediction. So it is not exactly the same, it is little bit different. So I'm waiting. The host will allow me to share my screen.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I will give you the host. Make me co-host, sir. If you click on my name, you can see co-host.
Where is your name?
Manju T, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. I'm just. Why you required co-host? I will just manage it and then I will.
No, sir. Students are joining. They cannot have mute option. We'll have to provide the mute option.
Okay. Just looking for your name, Isaac KLM. One minute. I'm not finding your name, friend. Manju, no, MNIJ. 1 minute. Manish. Your name is not there. If I'm looking as per the alphabetical.
Sir, no problem. You can start the meeting, sir. No problem. You can start it.
Yes, please.
Okay, sir.
Now your name somewhere is there. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so this is the same file I have shared. I don't know what it is. Yes. So this is a file I have shared. Okay, potential probability of the sales inquiry, right? So in all the sales and marketing company, usually they always looking for such kind of customer where the conversion rate is high. Conversion rate high means when they have when they contact the customer, suppose they have contacted 100 of the customers. So out of these 100 customers, if they are able to close the deal with 60 plus number of customers, that's considered as the sales team approach is very nice. They understand the customer requirement all well. But most of the time what happens, most of the companies conversion rate is around 30 or less than 30. Okay. Around 30 or less than 30. Because most of the time the sales and marketing team do make the cold calls. Cold calls means randomly they will pick, they will just call a person and just start explaining this about the products, about all those things. So the conversion rate is not always very good. So here the problem statement is little bit different. In all the other data set, all the other projects, what we have done, we had always a training data set. So our machine, we train our machine. This is our target variable. This is all our independent variable. And later on, after training, we do make the prediction. Okay. So prediction means whether this particular customer, how close we are able to predict whether the potential customer will buy or not. But the one most important thing we are missing here, that we are not able to find the probability of that particular customer. What is the probability? What is the benchmark? Okay, so higher the probability, accordingly our sales marketing team can customize the sales call or customize the email. So if you know the probability of the customer, what is the purchase probability, so it definitely will help the sales marketing team very much. So if you create some kind of benchmark here, that if the probability of buying a service or any product is suppose more than 0.7, we can consider those customers as a hot inquiry, most important customer. If the probability is between 0.5 and 7, we can consider it's a maybe they can buy. And if it is less than 0.5, just take the example, so we can consider as a cold inquiry. So if this kind of probability is available with the sales team, so they can give the time accordingly. So in the sales and marketing, the most important factor is how early the sales or marketing person will come to know that this is not a potential client. That is the best approach. How early we come to know that yes, after one call or one meeting, they are able to conclude this customer cannot buy. So we can save a good amount of time. The particular sales marketing team can give the importance to other potential clients rather than they will waste the time on a customer whose potential is not high. So this particular sales potential, the knowledge of the sales potential is play very important role in the sales conversion. So most of the time what happened, the sales marketing team has not the availability of this particular information. What is the chances that this particular customer will buy? They mostly just make a cold call just on the basis of you have just fill up the form. Suppose you just fill the form for any kind of any website, you will start getting the calls. Okay, and if the salesperson is not well experienced, he will call you many times. He will call you 10 times, 12 times, 20 times also. And you know yourself very well that you are not going to buy this particular service.
Sir, there is some background noise. Can you please check?
Actually, my end there is no someone else is done. No problem. Let me see.
It's all right.
Speaker Jaswinder Kaur. Okay, let me mute her. Yes, all fine. Now again, Anil is also okay. Right. So let me ask, in this team, in this particular batch, anyone having the background of sales or marketing?
Me, sir.
Yes,
My name
sir.
is Zaid Sarkar.
Yes, yes.
I'm in marketing department.
So who is the person who is having a background of sales and marketing? Joel
Sir, I'm.
Yes,
De-
yes.
Dev Sarkar.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dev. So Dev, can you tell me on what basis do you decide that this is a potential customer?
Sir, I'm actually into educational industry.
Hmm.
In our industry, we register students for the test to which we take admission. So
Okay.
after the test, once the result is declared, we just randomly start calling to each and every parent for enrollment.
Okay. So
So
do you
yes, sir.
charge anything for the test, or it's free
Yes,
of
sir.
cost?
500 rupees per test.
Okay, very good. Then that is definitely first filtration. Whosoever
Yes, sir.
really interested, they only they will participate in the test. It's not free of
Yes, sir.
cost,
Yes, sir.
right? So this is a very good benchmark or the filtration
Yes, sir.
criteria you have used. And what about others? How do you decide? Suppose you are having a conversation of a, a particular student who was interested to enroll in some professional course. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I think on the basis of your experience or some uh, criteria, you must decide that yes, what is the possibility that this particular student can enroll, or it is
Yes,
just
sir.
a just as a for the knowledge, or randomly they have just filled the form.
Yes, sir. Some fill form just to check their potential because our exam is high level exams
Okay,
and
that's good.
the main key role that is played is scholarships that is given to the students as per their performance. The
Okay,
students who are getting a good number of scholarships, so they are mostly they are taking the admissions,
okay,
and students who are not getting good scholarship or you can say 0% scholarship, they are actually going for second round of exam or they are just going to any other institute. They are
okay,
charging less.
okay. Means you are giving some kind of benefits to attract the students in the name
Yes,
of
sir.
either through scholarship or anything. Okay, no
Yes, sir.
problem. Okay, so any other person who is having experience in the sales marketing? Ratnam,
Yes, sir.
yes, please.
Yeah, worked in like 2, 3 companies. So for since educational background, I worked in Byju's as well. I
Okay,
handle the team there. So how we segregate leads is like we have ads from Sharkan, right?
okay.
So people, students download from the right from third standard till 12th standard, even college class. They
Mm-hmm.
download the application. So based on the usage of the free application, how much time they interact with the application on a daily basis, those particular lead I assign it to the team who's doing better sales, who's doing better conversion. And we also have a record of what mobile phone they are using it. Is it on an
Okay,
and based on that also I segregate the leads for better salesperson people, and also on based on the location. I work from Chennai, so there are Anna Nagar, Besanagar. These are the key areas where people have much purchasing power. So those leads I'll make sure even if their interaction is little less, I make sure those leads I put it in the hot bucket.
okay,
So we
very
have a
good.
segregation bracket from we have a software here, so we'll be able to trace it.
Okay, so how you can take the help of machine learning in the growth of your business? Because this particular project is also related to your education industry.
Mhm.
So how this particular machine learning algorithm can help to target a real potential students?
In the sense like I'm just it's been long. I've come out of it. I'm working in pieces right now, but taking it that forward in the same way, if I have to do it, probably it can suggest instead of the salesperson, because he's on a cold call always from 9 to 9. So he's totally interacting with the call. So he'll be missing out on the leads which are important. So instead of
Okay.
that, if the computer itself project this is a hot lead, as and when like how it needs
Yes.
to be taught, so it decides and tells him he'll be able to decide which hot lead to connect at what time. So if
Okay.
it is a hot lead, he'll fix it up between 7 and 8 in the evening time.
Okay.
If it's a less hot lead, between 2 to 3 whenever he's free. So
Okay.
something like.
Okay. Good. Very good. So yes, so how we can take the help of this machine learning? This particular same project has been assigned to one of my student who has applied a one company, and they've given the same kind of problem statement to him and ask him to complete in 3 days and ask him to submit the project in 3 days. The same kind of problem statement they have asked in the one educational institute. Okay, so this is the similarly ultimately what we are looking for here in this particular problem statement, that whether the customer will enroll or not. So here our target variable will be definitely either yes or no. So it's a classification problem. It's a classification problem, no problem. But before this particular prediction, yes or no, one benchmark is there. No matter what algorithms we are using. Just take the example. Suppose we are using logistic regression. So I think you all are aware of this particular one function, predict proba. Predict proba, right? So predict proba give us the probability, a threshold value, and accordingly our this machine will learn what category this particular observation will come on the basis of the predict proba. So predict proba is nothing but the probability. What is the probability that this customer, this student number one will enroll? And suppose in the case of logistic regression, our benchmark is threshold value is 0.5. So if any value is more than 0.5, it consider it as a 1, and if it is less than 0.5, it's consider it as a 0. But this is the default value. We can change our threshold value. So that is the requirement in this particular project. How to change the threshold value, how to find the, we are not interested in this yes, no. Just before we require the probability that this particular student will enroll or not. So if we know the threshold value, if you know this particular probability level, and we will provide this thing to our sales marketing team, ki look, these are the list of customer students, 1 to 1,000 number of students are there, and this particular student probability is 0.7, this 0.2, this all the probability 0.35, and we can also cross check at what probability we are getting the best accuracy. So that probability will be our threshold value. So whatever the threshold value, suppose we are getting the threshold value, we are getting the best accuracy, best result with this particular probability threshold value. So the students whose level of probability is more than 0.4, we will consider definitely it is their potential customer, and higher the probability, we will consider them the hot client. Suppose we will keep a special benchmark if some probability is 0.70. So definitely, suppose you are making, you are targeting 100 customers. Just take the example. Suppose you are targeting 100 customers, and you are targeting 1,000 customers. Two options are there. Here your conversion rate is 80%, and here your conversion rate is 2%. So this one is much better than this, because most of the cold call, suppose will call the customers without knowing his probability score. So it may be possible a person whose probability is high and you are not able to identify that customer. If he will ask, please call me later after 15 minutes. So you will think he will just like as a normal customer. You will not call him back, but his probability score was 0.70. So you must call him after 15 minutes. But you are calling again and again this particular customer. So here in this particular problem statement, in this particular project, the requirement is we have to provide the probability score of the customers, and we have to create a particular, a higher score would mean the lead is hot and most likely it is going to convert, whereas the lower score would mean that the lead is cold and most likely not, it cannot be converted. So if you know this probability score, the probability, we will assign the probability score between 0 and 100 to each and every inquiry, whatever inquiries and whatever sales inquiries we have, and our sales marketing team will work dedicatedly on the basis of the information of this probability score. So definitely in this case, the conversion rate will be very high. Okay, so let's understand what is the problem statement in detail. So an online educational institute sells courses to industry professionals. The company makes its courses on several websites like as Google, Bing, everywhere. And once the people land on the particular website, they might browse the course and fill up a form, providing their contact information and other details. Once these forms are acquired, the sales marketing team start making calls. So here, this is before taking the help of the machine learning they are doing. They will start making the call, writing emails. Through this process, some of the leads get converted while most do not. So its lead conversion is very poor. It's around some 20 to 30%. If they successfully identify this set of inquiries, the sales conversion rate should go up, as the sales team will now be focusing more on communicating with the potential clients rather than making cold calls to everyone. So if you know the potential of the clients with the help of our machine learning, so definitely the sales conversion will be high. So our goal is to find the potential probability of the sales inquiry and assign a score between 0 and 100 to target potential. And if required, we can give some segregation also. Some 3 groups we can decide, we can divide them. Okay, very hot inquiry, okay, hot inquiry or cold inquiry. So a higher score would mean that the lead is hot and most likely it is going to convert, whereas the lower score, lower probability score, mean that the lead is cold and will not mostly finalized. So here some
it will be a multi-class classifier, right?
No, it's a binary classification. Yes, no only.
But we have 3 partitions.
Yeah, but we can create on the basis of potential score. We can create three categories. Our prediction will be complete before this thing. This is not actually our job will not complete just making on the prediction. The main requirement is here to calculate the probability score of all the inquiries. That's the main target, main purpose here of this particular project. Okay, because if we have the list of all this, definitely machine will train, then machine will predict, and on the basis of prediction, it will give the probability score of each and every our test data, test observation, and that thing we will provide to our client. So later on, when a new customer will fill up the form, so our machine will give the probability score. Our machine will calculate the probability score, right? So accordingly, the customer, the sales marketing team will customize the email or customize the sales calls. Yes, Diksha, you have raised the hand. Any question?
No, sir, it has previously,
Okay.
when I'm searching for it, data set
Okay.
that
Okay,
time
no
I
problem.
Okay.
No problem. So let's start this particular data set. You have to basically, these are the basic libraries you have to import. So I have already done it. And then read this particular file, targeting right customer.csv. Okay, all perfect. Now we will start working on the, so all the basic things we used to do, like is the,
Can you please
this,
tell about the columns which you are using?
these are the basic columns are there. One is the, you will find there are many columns are there, but I have just given the detail of some few of the important columns. This is the prospect ID, lead number, lead origin, what are the origin of lead, how it is generated, lead source. Okay, so suppose you what first response they have given in the particular box, they have ticked no, do not mail me, do not call me back, but they are interested, but they will say no problem, I will reply your email, whatever I am writing, I have filled the form, but don't call me. So this kind of things they have written. Whether this is converted, total number of visits on the particular website, so 5 time, 2 time, 1 time, this all information are there. Total time they have invested on the website, so this 674 seconds, 1532 seconds, all those things. Page viewed per visit, last activity, page visited on website, email open, these all informations are there. And similarly we have country of origin of the customer, specialization, what specialization they are currently in the business or sales, marketing, media, advertisement. And some places they have not, select means actually they have not selected the required specialization, they have just left it. So that's why here select option is there. Here also the select option is there, that they have not correctly selected, but whosoever have selected, how did you hear about this particular education? So word of mouth. What is the current occupation, is the unemployed students, these all things are there. Okay, so a large number of columns are there. And our target variable here is conversion or something will be there, let me see. Converted is the target variable. Okay, so we will we will train our model as normal way as we work on different data set. But when we do the testing part, at that time we will, in addition to prediction, because definitely we want to check whether our model is correctly trained or not, we will also give more emphasis on probability part to find the probability score of each and every observation.
Sir, I have one question. Can
Yes,
I
please.
clarify? You are saying 1-0-1-0, right? Like how we are treating one, like how we are assigning one actually, and
one by default. Suppose nothing is given anywhere, na? Always consider whatever your target problem statement, that is always one. Suppose you are working on a healthcare data set, so disease is one. If you are working on a bank fraud data set, so fraud is one, right? It's always like that.
sir, and also it can't be a k-means clustering problem. This is
No, it's not a clustering problem, it's a classification problem. You can work on the clustering also if required, but first work on the classification, find the probability score. Okay, that's the main target here, to find the probability score. So a little bit different than our conventional projects. So let's say the basic, what is this I've done? DF.
Hello.
So yes, please.
Sir, every domain had different steps, right?
Yes, what different steps?
Like as you said right now, like this is different from the others, right?
Yeah, here we will calculate the probability score also.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what are the different data set, what are the missing values are there, data types. See, all information we can get easily by the info. Okay.
Sir, how to get used to this domain terminology?
You are asking for about this thing?
I mean the terminology, like the last week you took at healthcare, right? So that
Yes.
has a different terminology and this has a different terminology. So is there any cheat sheet that we can just go through?
These are all the very basic kind of problem
Okay.
statement, very basic things. If you have a little knowledge, if you suppose you are having a experience, suppose you are a regular buyer also, you understand what kind of, how do you decide or how do you calculate the probability score of a customer. Even being a buyer also we can calculate. Many times we feel that a sales marketing persons are calling again and again. They are not able to smell that I am not the target customer. Okay. Many times it happens. So this is the basic problem statement, and many companies are looking for this solution to find the probability score of the customer. So accordingly, the sales marketing team will make the calls and customize the email also, all those things.
Sir, which domain is good?
All domain is good. Let's work on this project. Then we will discuss after completion of this project. Okay. So 10:30 we will discuss all this thing. Okay.
Yeah. So related to this data set, we have this asymmetric profile index and score, right?
Yes.
Like what is the significance? Like it's important to know, right? Like what is actually means by this?
This asymmetric activity index and activity score. This is you are talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that actually that has been filled by the person who is having the evaluation of the form. So on that ground, he has just given their remark: activity index of the customer, activity score of the customer. Okay. So this is this particular 4 column is related to that. Suppose you are in a sales marketing team and you found that yes, this form, the customer, this particular potential customer has filled this form. So on the form only you can get, if you review the form on the basis of your experience, you can give some kind of a score. So that score and index has been given in this 4 column. Okay. And
but this
we are
will
not
be provided by sales team only, right?
Yes, but we are not going to use this column because it will create the biasness in our prediction. Suppose you have written, yes, this is a high score. Manually, you have just on the basis of form, you have decided, yes, the score is 100. So definitely it will give some kind of biasness in the prediction. So these 4 columns we should not use in our prediction. We should not continue this 4 column in our independent variable. Okay.
Okay.
So most of the columns here are object data type, just few are integer and float, and we definitely have lots of missing value. So let's see the very first thing, data.describe. Basic, we can get the statistics, descriptive statistics, all those things here. So these are the only few or the numeric, that's the integer or float variables, and we are getting the information of this. So this lead number definitely having no impact. As a common sense, we can understand the prospect ID, lead number. You cannot, on this ground, you cannot make any kind of prediction. ID number, it will not help us any kind of prediction. So these 2 column we will drop, and again we will drop these 4 columns because this customer, this particular sales team has mentioned the score on the basis of whatever the form the customer has filled.
So
So
could
it
you
will
just
create a
explain
bias.
what these 4 columns mean exactly?
Okay, I will explain. Don't worry. Let's first complete this basic descriptive analysis. Okay, then we will see. So first, let first check what is the missing value. The very first thing always we see missing value, because if you will not handle the missing value, we cannot apply any of the algorithms. It will not work. So first find the missing value. So simple, we can check the missing value that yes. So we have lots of missing value. Few columns have no, but lead score having, even we are finding 4,000 missing values are there, 2,700. So let's find the what is the percentage of missing value and So first calculate all those things. How to calculate the percentage of missing value? What is the total missing value available? Yes. So let's first let's
Sum upon len.
sort the missing value. Let's see the highest missing value column. I just want to see at the top in synchronized way. So sort values. So we want in the descending format. So yes, lead quality having the highest missing value. This is also having the good amount of missing value, these 4 columns. Tag is also having. So we can check the missing value in the form of, I think some odd columns are there. Okay. So ascending equal to false. 7. Yes, no problem. So let's find the percentage of missing value simply. So if you want the percentage of missing value, nothing, we have to divide it by the length, and then we can check. So just write here high null equal to, suppose, okay, and so 51% in the lead quality. Here also 45%, 45%. Okay. So these all, I think one columns are also there. I don't know why it is not coming. Let me run it again. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so these are the missing value, and we can find the percentage of this also.
Sir, here what is data actually?
Data is the we have given data df we have imported, and I have made the copy. Data is equal to df dot copy. Right?
Okay.
Yes. So most of the time, if you have a large data set, so better to make a copy, then again and again you don't have to import it. Okay. So our missing value is less than 60-70%. So better we will not drop any of the column. Let's handle these things. Let's first see what are this particular asymmetric activity index. So this particular asymmetric activity index will be it is filled up by, it is the index and score assigned to each customer, this particular. Okay. So let me write this about this. So this has been assigned an index and score has been assigned to each customer based on the form evaluation. So one employee has done this thing. They have just assigned the activity index. Activity index means how many times the customer has visited the website. Okay. And looking at their data form, what is the profile score? Profile score
Yeah.
means really their potential, they are having the potential or not. So this thing we will not use in our prediction, because it will create some kind of biasness. Okay, it will create the biasness. So these 4 columns we will drop.
Sir, but usually how they have performed, like how they have created these columns, like
This all is, suppose I am talking, you are talking with me, and definitely you will write the comments, no? That yes, as per my observation, 90% chance that he will purchase some kind of professional course. Or suppose I have filled up a form, you will review my form, you will see, yes,
okay.
he belongs to this metro city, or his qualification is also, so there is a high chance that he can buy. Or suppose you are finding no, this low potential, you are giving the lowest score. So these all things as a employee you will do on my on the basis of my form, filled up form.
It may create personal bias, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
of
So here we should not use this particular thing, because it will create the biasness.
Sure. There is a column called lead quality. So can that also be something like this? Lead
Yes.
quality.
Yes. So whenever you found something is there that will create some kind of biasness, better to drop. So let's drop this thing. Data dot drop. Okay, but why this column name is same? Both things are, no? Asymmetric activity score, metric profile score, then again activity score, again profile is index.
there.
Yes, profile index.
The one is index, one is a score.
Yeah, but these two are same, na? Profile, oh, activity and profile, right?
Yeah,
Right.
profile index.
Correct, correct, correct.
Yes.
So I made the mistake here. Activity should be here. Actually, I'm only using my one hand. My finger, by accidentally, some cut is there. That's why. So the last one is the profile index. Okay. Right. So we will drop this column, and what I have to write here, if you want to drop the column. Yes.
Access equal to access equal to in place is equal to true.
In place equal to true is required here. If I write here data equal to, then it is not required.
Not
But
required.
if no, now it is not required, because I've written data equal to data dot drop. It's all fine. Now after dropping this data, you can check data dot shape. So we have 33 number of columns are left with us. And we are not dropping any of the column, no matter whether we have 50% missing value. Okay. So why we should drop the column? We will use it. We'll apply some kind of approach. So let's see what are the different columns are left with us having the missing values. First is the lead quality. Okay. So we can do some kind of EDA one by one on all the columns. So it will give us some detailed information, or we can try some kind of one interesting thing is there. We have found somewhere that select was there. Select in most of the columns. Select was there. That select in the specialization select is there. In the how did you hear about X education select. So it should be considered as a missing value. The select should be considered as a missing value because they have not filled the specialization. They have just, it is actually blank, but when this particular keys are there, drop options are there, so it has just filled the select, but there is no meaning of select in the specialization, no meaning of select of the how did you hear about us. So these two things also we'll see, and that also you can find this information if you will see how many number of that's unique variables are there. So simply if you want, you can find the number of unique variables. So for I in data dot select, because unique variable only we can find in object data type. So select D type object dot columns, right? And we can print data I dot unique. So it will print all the unique variables. For
I in data.
Okay, yes, for I in, correct. So this is the first one is the ID. Second one is the, I have to write here the name also, it's better. So print I also. So first one is the prospect ID. Second one is the lead origin. So these are the unique variables: API, leading page submission, lead add form, import, lead source are there, different IDs are there. Do not email having two options, yes, no. So these kind of forms when you fill up, we always have the options. Do you want to, should I send the email? Should I call you or not? So these all things that they have done. Okay. So if you closely watch, I don't think any other some color kill mistake is there. Just one select option is there here also and here also.
Can you show the code?
Yes.
Sir, meanwhile, just a small query. For
Yes,
example, we have this lead origin, we have API, landing page submissions, and I think this score was somewhere around 50%. So how
Yes.
do we take it in our data set? Like, is this needed, or we can avoid it?
This lead, what you are talking about, lead origin?
Yes, yes. Yeah,
this is the this is the lead origin. We don't know what is the significance of this column right now. So we will continue with this, and whatever the missing value is there, if it is object column, so most of the places we will use the mode approach. Okay.
Yeah, basically we don't know the functionality of this lead origin, right? Like why this column is added lead origin, like how it is adding any value in our data set, we don't know, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
Got it.
So lead origin is there, no?
Yes, it is. Its score was also somewhere around 50%, more
Yes,
than
yes.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, missing value is there, so no need to worry. we will first see what are the because it's dropping a column is very easy on the ground of missing value. So usually we take the benchmark. If something is more than 70%, we should drop. Otherwise, we should not drop. Let's continue. Let's see what happens. So 50% is there. Let's keep it.
Wherever select is there, that means
Yes.
it's a mandatory question for the students to fill, right?
Yeah, but they have not filled. So let's convert this thing as a missing value.
Becomes a null value.
Yes. And also these two columns we have to drop that at the beginning only. I have not dropped. This is the ID, all these things. So this again I will do, no problem. Let's 1 minute. Data dot head. So this prospect ID, lead number, these two column actually not required, because we as a simple we understand that lead number, on the basis of lead number you can't predict anything. On the base of ID also you can't predict anything. So let's drop these two column also. Okay, and then we will apply
lead origin also. So lead origin we can drop
lead origin. It may be possible that it is having some kind of significance. Okay. So data dot drop.
Yes, sir. Actually, because we have lead source also, one thing.
Yes.
And lead origin also. So it's a little confusing. Like lead origin and lead source kind of employs same thing.
Okay. So no problem. We will see what's the description as given.
Sure.
Just
sure.
Okay, so we have dropped these two particular column. No problem, just keep the name better. Okay. Now next is we will handle this particular select. So we can write data is equal to data dot replace. And the select was there, na, capital S or something. Yes, capital S is there. Select. As so replace, we will replace it as a none. So all perfect. So now we don't have the select specialization. Now it is none, right? So we have handled this thing also. Now let's do the EDA part of one by one. Whatever the column available with us, how it is, what is the significance of all these columns, and then we will see that what approach we should follow. So the first, yes, please.
Why lead number is not shown in the unique output?
Lead number? Where is the lead number?
You're dropping lead number, right?
Yes, it was showing, na? Here product ID is there. Lead number was not there. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
because it's the number and you ask for the object.
Oh yes, correct. We are only looking for the object.
Okay.
Not, yes, that's the reason. Correct.
So here in lead source, we are having duplicacy, like Google, one capitalized Google is there and one is in small. So do we need to change the?
We will see that thing later on. I don't think it's required, but let's see some handle. Let's handle some missing value part at the very first. So and do the EDA part. Basic EDA we are doing. We are not going much in detail. Okay. So let's see the lead quality. What is the value counts of the lead quality? the first column. Okay. Similarly, lead origin is there, lead source is there, and so you can do one by one all those things. The value count you can try, and you can find what is the total number of observations with respect to lead quality or lead origin. I think in lead origin we will have large number of different categories.
There's 5 categories.
So quick add form is just one, and landing page submission is 4886. So if suppose we have any kind of missing value, definitely we will apply this particular approach, landing page submission approach, right? If any missing value is there in that case. So I don't know whether this column having any missing value or not. So let's try this thing also. What happened? Is null dot sum, no problem. So it's always a good approach that before handling the missing value, just make a basic overview what the actually data set is. So that is also, or otherwise we can apply that approach also, mode approach also simply. So here we found there are many times it may be possible that some lead origin, some name is there, not known kind of things, and it is not assigned as a missing value, but it many times happens in the object variables. So here we can check one by one if required for all those things. Okay. And same things you can try for the one lead quality also. So might be not sure, high in relevance, worst, low in relevance. These are the various lead qualities are there. So if you want, you can see this thing in the particular graphical format also. So simply either you can plot a bar plot or count plot, whatever you are comfortable. Okay, a simple bar plot also you can do here, or count plot also you can do. So let's make a bar plot. Simple. So this is our lead quality. So lead, you can write data equal to so if you want to see all those things in particular format, that the largest number of bars should come first, the next, so you have to reset the index. Otherwise, simply if you will just use the that particular approach, count plot, so you will not find that kind of. If you set the index, the first will come at the very first, like as data lead quality dot value counts. Dot reset index. Okay, so lead data dot columns. So whatever your name you want to pass, just pass the name also. So this will be capital. And simply we can use the SNS dot bar plot x equal to lead quality, y we can pass count, or simply if you are making a count plot, it's very easy. There is count and data equal to count data. Is this whatever data we have created? Okay, I think it will print plt dot show. Yes. So we have passed a reset index. That's why at the first might be is the highest number of count. Then we are finding not sure, high in relevance, lead quality, worst, and low in relevance. These all things we found here. And in this particular column, some missing value is there. I hope so. So we can also cross check if there is any missing value. So which approach should be the good? So suppose here some missing value is there. $4767 number of missing values is there. So what approach we should, what should be the missing value is there? So what should be the best approach? Can anyone tell me?
Mode.
Mode you cannot say blindly in all the cases. Mode means might be, that might be means it's very politely we are considering this particular acceptance, and we are understanding that this customer can be a potential client. So in this case, what should be the best approach? Might be, not sure, or high in relevance?
We can drop the rows.
Not sure.
Yes, because we should pass here not sure. Might be, if you pass the might be, it is some kind of create some kind of biasness, because the customer this particular having a missing value. Definitely we are not sure. We don't know whether this is a potential client or not. So how we can write the might be? So we should write not sure, right? So pre-processing part later on we will work when you work on real world data set. The handling missing value play most of the important. It will create a good impact, and also handling missing value play very important role. So usually we follow this particular approach. If missing value is there, apply the mid approach, median approach, mode approach. But as per the, if you read this data set properly, then take the action. It's always the right approach. So here we should not write the might be. We should write the not sure. Okay. So because
So like worst and low in relevance and might be and not sure, there is a very minor difference in them or a major difference?
no, these are the numbers. These are the not minor major. These are the counts, number of counts.
The
This-
count I'm asking, sir, might be and not sure. Is there any major differentiation?
Yes, might be and not sure. The actual, if you read the definition of the might be in the dictionary, you are considering the particular potential, this client having the potential. Here you are not aware.
Here
So-
the probability is reducing below 50%. like
See,
that.
here we are not sure. We are not sure whether it can be a good cut and can be a high potential customer also. Okay, but here we are sure. Up to some certain extent, we are sure. Okay, so simple. We can write here data. Lead quality. And again, we will replace np.nan, whatever the missing value is there, we are replacing with not sure.
So can you scroll up for a second?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this all. So we have handled this particular missing value. Now what's we can check other kind of ED also. What different other columns are there? So this all already we have handled, and let's see the what other column. Do not email, do not call. These all things are not required, right? So let's see the what city they belongs to. What is the scenario of these cities also? Or the country is also missing value is there. So we can try this country also. Country. So country data equal to same copy paste we will do. No problem. This thing will make the copy paste. So here lead data, I will just write the country data is equal to country. Value counts all fine. Columns equal to country. So we are not able to read the name. So how to do this thing? And yes.
Sir, you have to take capital C for country.
No, X is the. I don't think there is some.
In the second line, yes, it has to be capital. The second line, also.
No, it's
Country
correct.
data dot columns equal to.
But how it works? Yes, no problem. I've written a small c's, and here I don't know why it is. Okay, so how to make how this make this thing readable?
X dot rotate.
X dot rotate or X sticks.
X sticks. Yes.
X sticks. So X sticks you will found here. Rotation one option is there. I don't know why it is not written. Rotation. So we can use the rotation. Equal to 90. Yes, so at least we are able to read it. Now here we are finding that only one country is dominating this particular, India. So this is no any significance of keeping this particular column, right? Because only most of this only one country is there. So let's drop this particular column, no meaning. And if you will see here, how to find the percentage? Yes.
Divide by length complete.
Yes. Divide by
Normalize is equal to
Normalize.
equal to true.
simple approach. 95% is from India, and all are just 1%, 0.7%. So almost you can say there is only one variable in this particular column. So we can drop this country column. No use.
Sir, but 5% of time the data may come apart from India, outside India.
95% and 5%, these all countries are contributing. Right?
Yeah.
So it's almost in, you can say it's a unique variable, zero variance kind of columns. It's a zero variance kind of column, or hardly 5 to very small amount of variance is there. So variance is low, information is low. So we can drop this column.
Sir, but like what if the students apart from like outside India, like they are opting the course? So
but
always.
Always you cannot find that these are the 5%, very small amount of these are contribute. Just 1% is from United States, 0.7%, 0.3%, 0.3%. Okay, so you will not find this particular column is any significant. If you want to continue, let's continue, but you will not find this column is any significant. This is the indication that this particular column is low variance column.
Okay.
Okay, this is a low variance column.
But sir, like
Yes.
it may be possible, right? For non-Indian students, the behavior is different, and for Indian parents or students, the behavior is different. So shouldn't we consider this behavior?
No problem. You can, if you want, you can continue this. Because this is the interesting thing here in the machine learning. Always, if you keep a insignificant column, you will not find any change in the accuracy in the prediction. Only for the dimensionality reduction, we always take care to drop the insignificant column or multicollinearity column. So no problem. We will handle this situation later on. Okay.
So can we check the variance here?
You cannot check. Yes, you can check the variance. What is the variance in this particular column? What is the zero variance or not? But it's clearly indicating here 95%, 95.7% are just one particular class, and we have remaining 10, 20 number of columns are there. Is this variables are there, which is contributing 5%, 4.3%. Okay, so this indicates that this column is having the unique variable kind of thing. Okay, so if you don't want, you can drop it or just keep it right now. Okay, let's see. But this thing you can find again when you draw a heat map of what is the significant of the column. So you will find there it will be very low significant column, this particular country. Okay. So let's try this city also. Just plot the graph for the city also. So EDA is very important whenever we work in any kind of project. So here city, we can write here So here Mumbai, maximum particular inquiries we are getting from Mumbai, and the rest of the places we are getting very less inquiry. No problem. And in this column, if there is any missing value, so what we will do, we will handle this thing with the Mumbai. Yes, there are lots of missing value. So let's handle this all this missing value with Mumbai. Simply you can apply all the categorical variables as a mode approach also. But here we are taking a basic EDA approach, and then one by one we are handling all those things. Okay, so we can easily handle this thing.
So Mumbai, you have to put in
Mumbai. So name has been changed. Mumbay, BAI. All correct. Oh.
No. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what are the other categories are there? We can check. Some specialization is there. You can check specialization also. Simple. Same copy paste we can do. Just we'll pass the. So let me do one thing. I'm not changing all this name. I'm just writing here specialization. Specialization. Value counts all perfect. Here I have to just change the specialization. So these are the specialization: finance management, human resource management. So you can find here the maximum number of are from the finance management, supply chain, banking, also travel, tourist. Okay. So if there is any missing value, we can handle with this particular. So let's apply this thing. If any missing value will be there, it will take care.
So we have to check any ESNL.
Which one?
We are going to change that particular thing. First, we have to check, right? ESNL, is there any ESNL?
Is null is there, right? So we can do it. If suppose there is no null value, and if you pass this thing, again there is no problem because there is no missing value. It will not do anything. Okay. But here the thing is that if there is no specialization is given, so what kind of thing we can do? $3380 is there. So either we can create some kind of one new column also. If suppose the specialization they have not given, so it may be possible this person are not from this particular any of this stream and this stream. Okay, it may be possible. Whatever options are there, so we can write here others also or something else also.
If we have select.
Which one?
Like if we have select option in the specialization.
Yes, so select option having they found that the missing value is there. So one option is there. Either you can pass finance management also, or you can write this also that particular specialization is not there. Okay. So suppose no problem. We are just passing here finance management. So finance management, F capital.
But isn't it again bias because we have the less?
Yeah, little bit. It definitely it will create the biasness. In this case, also Mumbai also we have selected. Okay, or we can write here in the place of Mumbai, we can write other cities also in place
No,
of
in the
Mumbai.
case of the Mumbai, you can see that the Mumbai is have a very high difference with the other cities. But in
Yes,
the case of the specialization, there is a less difference between the 2 or 3 categories,
yes,
which is the highest.
right. You are right. But what is the option? If when we apply the mode approach also, it will take the first mode, highest mode.
And we can give the other, none. Other is a better for option.
Okay, if you want, you can write here others also. Okay. Right, this is also a good approach. But I think it's already handled, so no, now it will not found this thing. Right, it will not find because it has already handled, so it will not work. It will not work. If you see in the data set, this other column will not create in this particular. Yes, so it has already handled with the finance management 4356. But why this number is less here? It is looking okay. Yes, the missing value was something 3000, no? So it has increased to 4353. Earlier it was just less than 1000. Okay, so if you want, you can pass this also, no problem. But we have to run the program again from the beginning, then only it will work. No issue. So this one by one we can handle. What others column having the missing value? One column, let's see what different columns are having the missing value.
Sir, here what exactly we are doing actually for others? Can you please repeat also?
Here, if the department is not there, we can pass others also. That's the option we have. Okay. One option, very simple approach. We can pass the finance management because it's a mode. But you can pass others also. Say a new column will create here others column, just like as other city, other metro city, a new column will create. Simple. So if you if you run this program, then it will take others from the beginning, no problem. So is null dot sum. Let's see what different columns scenario is there. So still we have, why this is not, oh, it's a data, it's not. So lead origin, lead source having 36 is still having. This column is having a lots of missing values, 7250. How did he have, but why it was not available in the beginning? What mistakes we have done? Okay. So how did you hear about us? That column we have to handle. There are lots of missing values there. I think it's more than some 90, some 70%, because we have total.
It's get the option of the select. No? You convert the select into the NA, and then after that it will.
And this was also not there. Lead profile. What mistakes we have done? Why this or columns was not available at the beginning? df is equal to this, we have done all fine. Data is equal to df dot copy.
So we have converted the select to NaN, no?
NaN becomes null.
No, in this column, why this is not showing 7000 number of missing value? Data dot is null dot sum.
But it is not null.
Because it was given a select. over
It
there.
was
So we
selected
have
that time.
converted the select to none.
Considering as a categorical data.
Okay. It is all data type is integer type. What is the column? But at the beginning, it should. Why it is not showing? What is the reason?
So
Select
we
to
have
none?
Earlier, we had some columns in which select value was there as unique value, select.
Okay.
We
That
converted the select to none, null value, because select was
okay.
basically
Right.
zero.
Because of
So
that, it
earlier
has
when we did
increased.
it, did not show.
Correct. So because of that, it has increased. Correct. Right. So we can try this thing here. Not issue. Yes. So these two column definitely we can drop because it is having huge number of missing value. The lead profile as well as how did you hear about this education, because it is having more than 70% missing value. Simple. So simple, what we can do, we can write here high null equal to 1, and wherever the more than 70%, we should drop it.
But sir, it should be shown in the first time also, right?
Yeah, but there, at that time select word was there. It was not considered as a missing value. Later on, we converted the select as a none. Later on, right?
Got it.
That's the reason. So these two columns, simply we can either we can write it and we can check here also by this way.
Final one.
Okay, yes. Why this is high null 1 equal to high null 1, then left right here. So these two columns are there. So you have to drop these columns. Okay. So data is equal to data dot drop. Right. So now whatever the columns are there, if it is having less than 2% missing value, we can drop those missing value. Here it is just 2%, 1%, 1% is there. So simply we can drop all those things. Country column, if you want to continue, then you have to fill the missing value, or otherwise you have to drop it.
I didn't understand why total visits and all you need to drop them, because null value is almost zero, so it's a good thing, right? We can just use it. We don't need to fill it. So why do we need to drop it?
Your voice is not correct. Please tell me again. Yes.
I didn't understand why we need to drop these three columns, because since null value is very less, it's a good thing, right? We don't need to fill it and we can just directly use it.
Ultimately, whenever we fill anything in the null value, we are doing some kind of manipulation, right? If the missing value is very less, so better to drop it, just like as 1%, because we have a large data set, or you can fill also. It's
Isn't
not a
it better if we don't drop it, because then there's just less bias, because these are like data.
We are not dropping the column, we are dropping the null value.
Yeah, we are dropping the observation we are dropping. Only rows will be dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought column, so I didn't.
Column, we will drop this too, because this is having 70, more than 70%, right?
Yeah, all right.
Right. So this, after this, you can find the scenario is okay. So no problem. Again, this is not required by writing. So we can drop those columns which is having very less number of missing value, just 1%, 2%. Okay, we can sorry, not drop column. We can drop those rows. And similarly, now just make another one column is there, which is this 36% here missing value is there. Let's see what is this actually. Tag we will see. We have already checked the country, and these two are still pending. What matters most to you in choosing a course, and what is your current occupation? So let's see the tag column. So some interesting thing definitely we will found here once we do any kind of this now. So in the tag column, again, the same approach we will use, whatever we have done here, same copy paste column. So count that I am not changing this variable name, let it be whatever is this, no problem. Just I'm writing here tags value count reset index in the place of specialization tags. Okay, so let's see. So these are the different tags, like will revert after reading the email, ringing, interested in other courses, already a student, closed by horizon, switched off, busy. When we make a this marketing person has written this particular comment after making the first call to the customer. Okay, so here also lots of missing values are there in this particular column. So how to handle this particular missing value? So be natural. Either you can write this thing will revert back after reading the email. This is the mode. One option is there.
We'll use the same, sir.
But is it required?
But because here is the missing value, no? In this particular column.
No, no. I'm asking about the text column. Is it required for the analysis? As you can see, there's the text which is given by the CS team. How that is relevant to our last
Here
options?
we will see whether whatever sales person has made the comment later on, whether this particular customer has enrolled for the course or not. Because just on this ground, right? If you want to use this particular column, we can get some information. If you drop, then also there is no much issues with this particular. This column will not give a lots of information. Okay. But here will revert in the ringing, interested to other course. Although you are very true, this particular column has no much significant. Recognized issue, DEC approval, university not recognized.
Sir,
So we
wherever
can also.
Yes, please.
So can we replace them with no comments? Missing values.
Yes, we can use this also. Whatever the missing values is there. So what option is a ringing? No, closed by no, already student, switch off, busy. Or you want to create a new column here and no comments. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, you can do that also. No problem. So when you work on a project, this is not necessary that you follow one line of command. Okay, you will not find much difference in the prediction and accuracy. But yes, we must use our creativity.
Sir, wherever we are dropping the columns,
Yes.
in the survey, it is not required to add those questions, right? Is it something related?
Or you want to means you want to say here we should write the comment or not?
No, sir. Actually, like wherever we are removing the columns, right?
Okay.
Those questions are irrelevant for the survey itself. For the next surveys, we can remove these questions also, right?
Yes, correct. So suppose we are dropping a column, and then later on when we will revise the particular web page, we will make the accordingly the modification on the web page, or whatever the significant variables. Later on, suppose we have developed a model, and we realize that out of these 100 columns, only these 30 columns are really highly significant. Okay, so later on we can change the our admission form or inquiry form, different columns also, right? So should I write here not relevant, or what comment you are asking in the take? Some missing column is there?
No comments, sir.
No comments. Okay, so we can, wherever the missing value is there, you can pass the no comments also, right? So this missing value also we have handled, and some other is there.
What is your current occupation?
Yes, so what is the missing value? Was the name was there? This what is your current occupation? This one, and then we will see what matters most of you. This, because these all are very small in number, so no need to worry. Text we already handled. These are just 1% or 2%. These all missing values are there. So next we will see what is your current occupation. So similarly, same kind of this bar plot we can simply use. So here we don't want to see anything, no problem. We can make a value count also simply. Okay, or if you want, we can pass here, because these are all the different comments are there. Let's do. What is your all space are there? Occupation, right? This will be there everywhere. We're right. So unemployed are the maximum number, businessmen very few numbers, housewife, others. So if the missing value is there, you can either you can use here unemployed or others. If the missing value is there, simply you can pass the others. If you are not sure, you don't want to create the biasness, so you can pass the others. You will not create any problem. Simple. So here we can pass the this particular column. So we have handled this also. The next one is the last one is the what matters most of you is that choosing this last one. What matters most of you in choosing a course? So we can try this also. Choosing the course. What is the name? Choosing a course. Okay, no problem. So the pre-processing is required always. The interesting part we will do tomorrow, the model building and how to predict, find the probability, all those things. So here, better career prospects. All the people has given this option only. Better career prospects. So also, if you want, you can pass. Either you can choose this one, or we can take others or other also. No problem if the missing value is there. So how many of you are worked on the changing the threshold value in any of the projects? Have you done, or any like as hypothesis testing on any data set? Have you done any kind of hypothesis testing on the data set?
No, sir.
So yeah, for the p-value we done it.
Okay, but this kind of project you must do the hypothesis testing, because these all common projects a lots of people will do, right? But you will hardly found that in a resume, if you have mentioned that you have done a hypothesis testing on this particular data set, definitely it will give some kind of weightage that you are having a good understanding of statistics also, because making a prediction, doing all those things is not very complicated. Okay, so must add one project in your resume, hypothesis testing. No problem, if time permits, we will work one project of hypothesis testing, complete hypothesis testing based. Okay.
Sure, sir.
So these all parts we have handled. Now whatever the balance is there, we will drop the those missing value, which is having low number of this. So let's check what is the current scenario. Data dot is null dot sum, and no problem, divided by lane of data. So all fine. We can drop whatever but we should handle, either we should drop this particular column, or you have to apply this thing in place of. So let's apply the India in place of this missing value. In the country, we are keeping this column, no problem, but we are keeping this column, and we are using the wherever the missing value is there, we are using the India. So that is the country column, country. Okay, so all fine. Now only those columns, those missing values are left, which is very small in number. So we can drop the rows row wise. So simply data dot drop now, right? If you write here data equal to all perfect. Now we don't have any missing value. Data dot is null dot sum dot sum. Zero missing value. So we have handled the missing value perfectly. So all fine. Now next categorical variables are there, lots of. There is no missing value, but yes, there are. I hope data dot info. Almost lots of categorical variables are there. There's hardly one or two, but there is no missing value. Right? So we can see in this particular one column, that is our converted column. Converted, what is this value counts? So it will give the idea whether our data is balanced or not. So value counts is 5639. It's not, it's a very good data set. We will
it's
make
balanced.
Yes, very easily we can get the prediction is not difficult. Very easily we can do. But yes, now our main objective is to find the predict that's probability score. Okay, so that all things we will see. If you further you want some kind of EDA, you can do here like that. SNS dot count plot. Whatever value you want to pass. Suppose I want to pass anything, you can write here. Any column name like as lead source. Lead source, S is capital. Yes. So we are just using in the lead, X is the lead source, U converted, data equal to data. Simple. So I have to write this also. X sticks. What happened? Why this is all writing in the web? PLT dot so I think I have to write. So we can check here Olark chat. The maximum number of conversions are there on the Google. So this EDA is very important. Please must do whenever you work on any of the data set. Don't because it will create the creativity. You can learn how to read the particular data set. Lots of things we can understand when we do this kind of EDA. So here we can lead origin also. You can try in place of this. Simple. So look, API landing page submission conversion rate you can check. Lead ad form, the high conversion rate is there. Okay, so EDA also we should do for related to whatever columns are there. Right? So similarly, you can try EDA by yourself. Lots of EDA, and tomorrow what we will do, we'll start working on the basic thing. We'll cover tomorrow, like as outlier treatment, basic thing, and then we will start working on the prediction. Is not very difficult, very easy. Once you convert all this categorical to numeric one, X, Y, just split into X and Y, training, testing, your prediction is done. Now the next important part we will cover, most important part, how to find the probability score. And very interesting thing we will cover tomorrow that you have not learned in your syllabus. That part we will cover, that you have not learned, a very new thing. Okay, so I will upload this Jupyter notebook. Please complete the EDA. Please complete the EDA with respect to all columns. Okay, so any question?
So where can we find recordings of
domain?
Yes.
Yeah, where can we find the recordings of these sessions?
Recordings will be always available as in the project section.
I'm from 16th October batch, so I'm asking.
So please ask either Simran, you can ask, or any one of you can ask any one of them.
Sure, sir.
Sir, is there any project related to recruitment domain?
Yes, we can. Whatever topics you will ask, we can work. No problems.
Because right now working with Naukri.com, so it will be much more better. Like, is there at least one project?
With oil and gas also.
Yes, oil and gas is one of the nice project we can do. So no problem. You just ask Learnbay whatever topic you ask, and you want my support to complete, because you just ask them. Okay, so whatever topic you will give, I will try to do the core domain. I will catch the core domain. I will not do, suppose you are asking any kind of things, I will not do a stock market of that particular domain. No, I will do the core domain.
Yeah, core is better.
Sir, like what about mechanical domain?
Mechanical domain also we can do, like as a component failure prediction is there. You can do, like as one NASA project is also there, you can try. The most important topic, you must cover the hypothesis testing on any of the data set. That's the really one of the important thing you must do, because otherwise the statistics you have learned is separately, machine learning you are taking considering as a separate part. You're not able to combine both. Okay, so if you'll do one project hypothesis testing, I will give very good problem statement.
Yeah.
Some leading universities have worked on that particular topic. We can do that kind of hypothesis testing. Okay. So tomorrow we will learn very interesting thing in this related to this project. Okay, just complete the EDA. Please complete the EDA, and tomorrow we'll complete this project. And regarding the recording, all those things, please ask Learnbay and Simran. She will help you.
Thank you, sir.
This Python file you will be uploading in the same drive.
Same drive from where you have got this CSV file. Within 5 minutes, I will upload.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. Please take care. Let's meet tomorrow. Yes, we can cover next week hypothesis testing, but you have to ask Learnbay to give the session accordingly. Okay, will do. Okay, so I'm just closing the session. Thank you.